we're still talking about obstacles. And one of the things that someone wrote on the Pray It Off obstacles is disappointment. My life sucks. My life is one big disappointment. Well, disappointment comes from having an idea. I want to be rich. I want to be married to Brad Pitt. I want to have a maid. I want to have an in-ground inside pool. What? I didn't have those things. I'm disappointed. Children almost never have disappointments, small children, because they don't have these big expectations. Oh, I get a cookie? Yeah. I'm going to play and watch Barney? Super. It's when we paint this picture of how we think life is supposed to be. I'm supposed to have money in the bank. I'm supposed to be retired by now. I'm supposed to do this. And I always say, you paint this picture and you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And I started the bare basic things. I'm not dead. Woo-hoo! Let's start right there. I'm alive. There's a lot of people who aren't. I'm not disappointed. I'm alive. Yes. Am I rich? No. Do I have a wonderful husband and kids? Yeah. Woo. You might say, well, I don't. That's why I'm disappointed. Then we have to either deal with our disappointments, come to terms with them. There's people here that volunteer at Francis House, that do the funeral luncheons, that make good use of their time. Because chronic disappointment is overwhelming, and it also doesn't do any good. What good does it do for me to say, why didn't I lose weight in 1980? Why? What good is it? Did I? No. Is 1980... Can I go back in time? No. I gotta let it go. So, we can cry if we need to. We can write down every disappointment we ever had. Cry, breathe, pray, and then we can go forward. Or we could take action. You know what? Maybe Mr. Right didn't come into my life. Maybe I'm not married with kids. But you know what? I'm going to volunteer at the Holy Family Youth Group. Ever take a look at some of the adults who help with the Holy Family Youth Group? The kids love them. They make food. They do things with the kids. And the beauty is, they go home. You don't have to take them home and pay for their college educations. You don't have to dip into your retirement funds to take them to private schools. Think of it. See, then you won't be so disappointed. Now what you need to think about is so many people feel deprived. I can't lose weight, I can't go on a diet because I feel deprived. Poor me, I can't have donuts. Poor me, I can't have chips. What you have to decide is, what is more important to me? Do I want to die from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, adult onset diabetes? Or do I want to say, you know what, Valentine's Day for me. I'm not talking about if you're, you know, almost your goal weight and you want to have a couple pieces of candy. I'm talking about people who have a lot to lose. A guy at work says, Ellen, be my Valentine, and gave me a box of chocolates. And you know what I said to him? Thank you, that is so sweet. And then I thought, oh, Bob might get a little jealous about this. But no, he didn't.
was.
Oh, he was jealous, all right. No, he wasn't. So I brought it home. I hope Vince's girlfriend isn't watching the blog because she was the benefactor of that box of candy. I gave it to him, he gave it to her. It was a beautiful thing. I got a nice gift. I was grateful. It lived on. We need to ask ourselves these questions. Do you want to lose weight enough to do what is hard? And here's the hard part. No, thank you. No, I don't think I want to, but thanks. Thank you. Do you want to lose weight enough to make meaningful, permanent, consistent changes in your life? And this is important. Heal your past. So many of us are eating over something that happened in 1966. Let it go. Do you have a toxic relationship? Either if it's your kids or your husband or wife, that's a little harder. But if it's some friends, distance yourself a little from them. Forgive yourself, forgive others. Concentrate on your deepest needs. Look at the answers to those questions. And then I'm going to go right into, are you afraid to be thin? Because many of us have a hidden force. Are we afraid we're going to cheat on our husbands? Are we afraid that people will look at us and take a good look at us and think, ooh, you know? What are we afraid of? Are we afraid that we'll lose the excuses sometimes that we give for participating in life because we hide behind our weight? Whatever we're afraid of, we might not even know we're afraid of it because it might be subconscious. I've thought many a time about this last 30 pounds I have to lose. I think, am I afraid to lose it? Am I afraid of what do I do if I stop thinking about losing weight and just live my life? But the funny part about that is we never will. Because once you get all the weight off, you got to keep it off. That's the challenge. You gotta work to keep it off. So really think about if you're afraid to be thin, and then do a fat timeline. I did a fat timeline, and it was very interesting. We were so skinny. My father didn't have a steady job. He Irish, was a little bit of a drinker. I loved you, Dad. Anyway, he finally got a steady job. So we were so skinny. We didn't have enough to eat. And my mother, he got a steady job, and like we had food. And then it was like all those years of deprivation, we were having the macaroni and cheese, we were having the food. So I started gaining weight then, and then puberty hit. Whoa, puberty, packing it on, packing it on. Every pregnancy, 80 pounds, boom, boom, boom. Medication. There's a lot of people in the group that are on steroids, anti-anxiety medication, antidepressants. Weight comes on sometimes. If you do a fat timeline and you say, wow, I started gaining weight when a jerk of a ex-boyfriend did this to me, let it go. The greatest revenge is living your life and doing the best you can. Also, take a look at why you want to be here. Is it health? Is it beauty? Is it a combination of the two? My bottom line was, I want to live. I want to see my grandchildren. I love life with all its pain and suffering, with all its ups and downs. I love it. Decide why you want to be here. And I'm going to stop right there, Bobby. Okay.